It is game two. It is day two and game two of the FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup in Czechia. Thanks for joining us on the FIBA YouTube stream. My name's Jacinta. As you can see, China and Portugal have previously played today, and Australia and Brazil have gotten underway. This is the second game of today for Group B between Canada and Nigeria, who share a pool with Portugal and China. Jacinta here with you today on the call. As we can see, Nigeria here in the green, who managed to snatch a win out of the clutches of the Chinese team yesterday in a thriller, thanks to the likes of Nora Ezike, who absolutely exploded in the third quarter, and thanks to a couple of clutch three-pointers from her teammate Jessica Ajayi. So Nigeria were able to claw their way back from being down by as much as 11 points early in the game against China yesterday and suffered a 14-0 run. Nigeria ended up winning the game 93-88, so starting their tournament with a win. So starring for Nigeria in that game yesterday was Ezike. She had 25 points, 6 rebounds, and she shot 100% from the field. And she also had 9 from 11 free throws. She was strongly supported by number one, Udabamo Begi, who had 18 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. And also Toby Nweke, who had 15 points and 4 rebounds for Nigeria. Now, coming into this tournament, Nigeria are ranked 35th in the world for the U19 women's competition. And to get their place here at the World Cup, they placed second at the FIBA U18's Women's Afrobasket, having to do some hard work in their group games in that competition and falling to Mali in the grand final, 76-56. Where the likes of Udabamo Begi starred again with 14 and 4. So you see Nigeria getting pumped up for a big game here against Canada, and they're going to need it. Canada have some outstanding talent on their roster, including a few standout players from the FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup held in 2024. As well as some players who featured in the U18 AmeriCup that helped Canada secure their ticket here at the U19 World Cup. And of course, this U19 Canadian team boasting Sila Swords, who has not only played at 7 FIBA tournaments already, but she was in the Paris Olympic team for Canada, and also being the youngest person ever to play basketball at the Olympics for Canada. So it's not every day you have a legit Olympian here at the U19 World Cup. Probably one of the few players here that have played at both senior and FIBA level. As we take a quick break now for the national anthems.
For national anthems, we start with anthem of Nigeria. Please remain standing for the national anthem of Canada.
And as the players shake hands, you can see on the screen there Nigeria sporting the dark green and Canada in the white today, and the coaches exchanging some friendly gifts, which is a nice tradition they keep going at these types of tournaments. Little keepsakes that you can take away back home with you. Thanks again for joining us on the FIBA YouTube live stream. Couple of shout outs to some of our YouTube premium members. So big hello to Martina, Daniel, Ohad, Maximus, Francisca, Kezia, and Girls BB, and Kieran Bird. Thank you for joining us. Looks like we've got a lot of fans in the chat for Nigeria. Let me know where you're watching from in the world today. We see our 3 referees on screen for this game. And Canada had a very successful day 1 of this competition, defeating Portugal in a dominant win 49-88. Led by the Sile Swords, who had 18 points and 5 rebounds. As we see the starting 5 for Nigeria, Begi, Ezike, Ajayi. Oh, very quick there on the screen. And it looks like to finish off the starting 5 for Nigeria, it was Fegi, Ezike, Ajayi, Hambam, and Tewabade. So Ezike and Ajayi now in the starting lineup for Nigeria. A slight change to the lineup compared to game 1 against China yesterday, where we saw Isaac and Ayo Deje were in the lineup. They're going to be on the bench this time. And the starting 5 for Canada flashed up very quickly there. Looks like Nakir, Yetch, Holloway, Luan. I think I also saw number 4, Olivia Leung. I didn't quite catch the 5th player. It was very quick.
Number 14, Francesca Chuku, and number 21, Tobena Letke. Starting 5, Team Canada.
So it looks like we've got some Canadian fans entering the chat too. We've got some fans from Ottawa and some fans from Chicago and of course Nigeria. So thanks again for joining us here. Looks like that 5th member of the starting 5 for the Canadian team is number 23, Avery Howell. And it looks like starting 5 here now we have similar to yesterday. So what we saw briefly on the screen before was those on the bench. So we have Swords, Howell, Basco, Parchment, and number 6, Nawabe. Canada here with the first offensive possession on day 2 of the FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup. Nawabe misses that first shot. Ezike looking to penetrate early as she did yesterday, and that's deflected out of bounds. Ezike, the Stanford commit, heading into her freshman year this year, was outstanding yesterday against China and really put the team on her back and got them over the line, especially in that 3rd quarter. 3-ball attempt there from Begi. Swords now looking like Basco. Now this looks like Parchment. Stopped by Nigerian defense and forced into a jump shot. Nigeria very patient here in the half-court offense so far. Beggy tries to go one-on-one. Well guarded by Basco and forces the turnover. Basco herself was in the All-Star 5 at the U18 America Cup leading into this competition, and she had 9 assists yesterday against Portugal. Here she is at the top. Doesn't take the pick and roll from Parchment. Lovely pass inside to Nawabe, but she misses a layup again. Perhaps just some opening game nerves here for Nawabe. Seven on the shot clock for Nigeria. Ball stuck with Beggy. It's stripped, but can't hold on to it. So now Nigeria will have possession from the side. .7 seconds to go on the shot clock. As some fans from Toronto have entered the chat. 3-point attempt here. That is off the glass for Nigeria. And Hal here in the point guard duties. Parchment finds Basco on the handoff. She takes it from the free throw line. It's long. Taken here by Ezike. Ajaye now out to Chuku. Tough shot from Chuku. No foul called. Hal in transition. Parchment over to Basco with a lovely pass and a layup for Canada. Beggy waiting for the pick and roll. Decides to shake it off, go left. Can't finish with the right. And Chuku chases it down. Basco looks to go herself, stops at the elbow, it's short. And we've got some more Canadian fans in the chat, watching from Kingston, Ontario, giving a shout out to everyone watching the game, especially the Sila Swords fans. Sure, there's lots of Sila Swords fans out there. Outstanding talent for Canada. Looking inside for Ezike. Off one leg, that's short. Slow start here for both teams, approaching the 6-minute mark, and we've only had one bucket. But there we go. Just what the doctor ordered. Basco for 3. On court for Nigeria at the moment is Idubamo Beggy, Nora Ezike, Wandao Hambam, Francisca Chuku, and Toby Nweke. Big shot by Beggy. Offensive rebound Chuku, but she coughs it up. Here's Hal again in transition. Settles for the long 2 and gets it. Three-point attempt, Beggy, short. Hal again, cleaning up the scraps. This time decides to go herself, and it's stolen. Apologise, that last three-point attempt was by number 6, Wandao Hambam. And you can see Beggy chasing down Hal in transition to stop the layup. Great hustle here by Nigeria, who are yet to get on the scoreboard. And time in here at the FIBA U19 Basketball World Cup in Czechia. Nigeria with possession in the backcourt. Still looking for their first points of this game. And Canada here falling into an extended zone. Beggy at the top. Canada looking like they're in a 1-2-2 zone. And a foul called here on the post catch. Looks like it's fouls called on number 17, McLeod, who's come in for her first minutes of the game. Post catch there by Isaac, who's also in for her first minutes of the game. ZK goes herself from the post. It's blocked. McLeod dribble penetration ends up finding number 3 Holloway, who's on for the first parts of the game. Lovely ball rotation here from Canada, and McKeer gets the 3. And that's another miss, unfortunately, for Nigeria. McKeer pushes it to Holloway. Finds Swords. Over to Nwabe. Just rims out. This is Toby Nweke. She backs herself in. Finds a shooter in a ZK for 3. It's long. Chased down by Swords. And McKeer again for the 3. Splash this time. I got McKeer. Number 13 in the top prospects for this tournament. If you head over to the official tournament page, there's some great articles by the FIBA writers, including the top 20 prospects of this competition. And foul drawn by Beggy. Foul called there on Mila Holloway. Isaac, ball at the top with her. Starts a pick and roll here with Beggy. Still with a 2-man game here with Isaac. Tough shot from Beggy, and she manages to draw a foul. And misses the first. So Nigeria still looking for their first points with 3 minutes to play in the first. And Beggy breaks that scoring drought by making the second. McKeer at the top, over to Olivia Young. And she gets that, Olivia Leung. Canada forcing another turnover, running as a pack in transition. It's McKeer and a big block. Oh, but a foul's called instead. Have a look here on the replay. You see Isaac just swooping in with the rim protection and sending McKeer to the line for two. And she misses that one. Ezike with the rebound. Ajayi with the ball. Taking on Basco one-on-one. Finds the lane on the left and gets the foul called on the layup.
Substitution team Nigeria.
And Jessica Ajayi makes the second. Canada continuing with this lovely ball movement and handoff action in the half court. Good look inside, but number 7 there, it was Tale there that time with the post catch. And a little bit overbaked there for Nigeria. Makia can't get the put back. Parchment with the offensive rebound. She gets the put back. Canada doing a great job chasing these offensive rebounds early here in this match. Makia just sliding on defense. Jump shot here by Tewabade. Injecting some energy the Nigerians need here. First field goal for the game, but it's shut down very early with a lovely basket from Basco. And stripped. Tewabade. Another good look from her. Finding that lane down there with her left hand, but gets stripped. And let's take this opportunity while Tewabade does her shoelaces to encourage you to remember to follow at Next Gen Hoops on the social media platforms as Instagram and X to stay up to date with all of the tournament highlights and results. And that is a shot clock violation, Nigeria. Two-for-one opportunity now for Canada. Basco here with the ball. Takes that screen from Parchment. But it's a turnover. And foul called there on Basco, holding foul. And Canada over the limit for foul, so Nigeria at the free throw line with Jessica Ajayi for 2. Ajayi didn't make it to the free throw line yesterday against China, but she's so far in this game now 2 from 4. And possession will stay with Nigeria on that loose ball. And stolen, plucked out of the air there by Basco. She has, who was that? Number 4, Li Young, in support there in transition. Howell chasing it down, getting caught up with Yech. Manages to get possession back, and now Basco is just slowing it right down. Well guarded there by Tewabade. Over to Howell. Parchment for 3. Good rebound again there by Leung. Basco this time for 3, but that is short. Hits the net, but not from the right way. And that will be quarter time here. And ready here for the second quarter between Canada and Nigeria here at the FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup held in Czechia. Jacinta here with you on the call. Thank you so much for joining us on the FIBA YouTube live stream and for participating in the live chat. Remember, let's keep the chat basketball focused and supporting our athletes. Trying to avoid some negative comments. Basco finding Yech underneath. Yech gets it back. Can't get it this time. Chased out of bounds. And possession will stay with Canada. Perhaps a good time also to remind everyone of our FIBA YouTube Premium Membership Program, where you can subscribe to 3 different tiers, which are called Rookie, Starter, and MVP. Premium membership allows early access to exclusive content and to our very special Discord channel, where you can chat to commentators like myself and Canada's very own Aaron Sanders. Aaron Sanders. Oh my gosh. Cardinal sin, mispronouncing lovely Aaron's surname. You would have heard his dulcet tones in Canada's opening game yesterday against Portugal, and he's certainly one of the best commentators we have on the team. So Silas Swords here at the line for two. Goes 2 from 2 with ease. Tewabade in point guard duty, she finds Ezike. Ezike looking to go to the rack again. The Stanford commit loses the handle on that one. Comes up with it again. Well guarded though by McLeod. Great defense underneath by McLeod. Swords looks to go herself. Right lane just opens up and it rims out. Canada, as we say in Australia, someone has put Glad Wrap on the ring because a lot of their layups are just rimming out. I think the Canadian equivalent of Glad Wrap is Saran Wrap. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Howell showing her handles again. Swords now for 3. Gets it. Nice and easy for Swords. Beautiful pass by Howell. Ajayi this time. Ezike, well guarded by McLeod, and it's snatched by Yetch. She's going to go 1-on-0. Nice and easy for Canada, extending their lead now, 30 points to 5. And it looks like we've got a timeout Nigeria here on the floor as Canada are just taking over this game. We'll be right back after the timeout. Time in here on the floor. Canada 30 points to Nigeria 5 with 8 minutes to play in the second. And Emma Brown, you are bringing some great chat here on the FIBA YouTube stream. Thanks for confirming you have Glad Wrap and Saran Wrap. But that is a saying that we say in Australia. We've got a lot of shots that are on target but are just keep rimming out. And Silas Sword, she has no problem finding the end of the bucket. Ain't no Saran Wrap on the ring for her. Beggy goes herself. That's off the back of the iron. Good offensive rebound by Chuku. But Ezike stepped out of bounds. So number 14 for Nigeria, Francisca Chuku, also had a great game on the boards against China yesterday. She grabbed 10 rebounds for the whole game. 4 of them were offensive rebounds. So she certainly brings the hustle on the rim for Nigeria. McLeod inside for Swords. Lovely footwork. Can't get the finish. Yetch goes, oh, that wasn't Yetch. That was number 21 for Coco. The number 1 on her jersey was just hidden a little bit there. in the first start of the play, hence the confusion, so apologies. And just before on screen, you could see Natalie Achonwa as one of the assistant coaches for Canada, who herself has had some outstanding international basketball experience. Got to see her play at the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup in Sydney in 2022. She's a great competitor. As a Coco, 2 from the line. Jaye, well guarded by Makir. Makir has her lockdown at the halfway. And a Coco now with a steal. Beautiful pass for Makir on transition. Holloway with that dime. And Makir is still locking down Ajayi here in the backcourt, and the Canadian bench love it. There's that dime again from Holloway. And Makir on the replay there, forcing the offensive foul against Ajayi. So Ajayi is going to take a break, and we've got Udabamo Beggy back in the game. Deep catch for Swords. Can't get the left-hand hook. Makir out to the shooter. Gets it. Holloway now striking from the arc. Wow, Canada are shooting 7 from 9 from the three-point line so far this game. 77.78% from the arc is outstanding. Holloway back to back. Yes! Just what the doctor ordered here. Extending this lead now by 43 points to 5. 6 minutes to go here in the second. Nigeria still struggling to get some scores. Chukwu goes herself. Finds the shooter. And that's good for number 21, Toby Nweke. But this is quickly silenced by Makia. Woo! She is now 3 from 3 from the arc. Beggy in desperate need of some support. She finds it there in Nweke. Can't get the little jumper. Number 13, top prospect here, Makir. Over to Holloway. To McLeod. Swords on the back cut. Can't get open. Holloway instead. Swords now for the tough 3 in the dying seconds of the shot clock. Offensive rebound, McLeod. Makir, let's make this 4. She gets it. 4 from 4 for a got Makir. Beggy pushing the pace against Holloway. Can she get this one? She forces the foul instead. Holloway now going to be on 2 fouls.
Substitution, Team Canada.
And Beggy with the first. And the second, 2 from 2 this time for Udabamo Beggy. The first time Nigeria have scored in this quarter. And another 3 here for Canada. This time Parchment joins the 3-point party. Baseline drive, Ezike, and it's out of bounds. Another turnover here for Nigeria.
Substitution, Nigeria.
It's going to be turnover number 11 for Nigeria, with 5 of those 11 courtesy of Nora Ezike, unfortunately. Left-hand drive, goes around, finds a shooter in the corner, but that's short for Basco. Ends up with Basco. Swords. It's long. Parchment on the floor, fighting for it with number 6, Hambam. Looks like possession is going to go with Nigeria. Ball back to Beggy. Beggy, who plays for MFM Queens Basketball in Nigeria. Over to Isaac. Snatched here by Basco. Loses the handle. Beggy gets it back now to Isaac. Isaac with the long pass to no one. Right idea though to push the pace. Just can't connect with a teammate on that occasion. Basco, Swords on the curl cut. A little bit too early with the entry pass. Swords now to Parchment. She is surrounded by Nigeria's defense. Good defensive stop. Now that was the kind of defense we saw in the second half from Nigeria yesterday against China. That certainly helped them get the win. But the turnover woes continue. This time, Howe. Easy bucket in transition. Beggy setting everything up here for Nigeria. She waits for that screen from Ayodeji. Tough handoff. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Ayodeji needs to go herself. Tough shot and foul called against number 6, Nawabe. Yeah, in the YouTube chat, I did shout out Natalie Achonwa a little earlier. Loved watching her play at the FIBA Women's World Cup in 2022 in Sydney. She's such a great competitor. But at this break, let me remind you that you can find all of the game results, statistics and news at the official tournament website. Easiest way to find it is to use your preferred search engine and type FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup. And stay involved in the chat on social media by using the hashtag FIBA U19 and follow at NextGenHoops on Instagram and X. They have some great clips on the social media platforms, a lot of fun behind the scenes footage, media day, and a lot of highlights from all of the junior FIBA competitions. 54 plays 10 here. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter between Canada and Nigeria. Canada have just been putting on an absolute clinic from the three-point line. Yetch finds Basco. And that's up. Hits the front of the rim before the shot clock expires, but Nigeria with a great defensive rebound. Three-point attempt and splash. Very well taken there by number 6, Wendo Hambam. Just the second points scored by Nigeria in this quarter as they commit a foul down the other end. And I can see in the YouTube chat some question about Zhang playing. The 7'6" teenager from China. She is not playing here at the U19 Women's Basketball World Cup. She is playing at the Asia Cup, as Kyle Brown has kindly mentioned in the chat. You can watch the press conferences from the FIBA Women's Asia Cup on YouTube as the tournament tipped off today. China are about to play Indonesia very soon. Last minute and a half here before we hit half time. 3-ball Beggy, that's long. Rebound Yetch. Finds Howell again in transition. She is great in transition, Howell. If she's not pushing the pace and dishing the dime, she is running the lanes for layups. Foul committed there by Ezike. Howell at the line for 2. Howell's first trip to the free throw line this game, but makes the second. University of Washington commit. So nearly everyone on this Canadian team has committed to a Div 1 college for the next NCAAW season. And out of bounds here, miscommunication between Beggy and Isaac. Unfortunately, another turnover for Nigeria, taking them up to 15. Tale, Vasco, 10 on the shot clock for Canada. 2-man game here between Tale and Vasco. Good catch on the inside and a patient finish. Three-point attempt, and that's good to go for Nigeria. Looks like that was number 6 again. Wendo Hambam, back-to-back threes for her. 10 seconds to go here in the second. Vasco exploring. Olivia Leung finds Yetch for 3. Gets it! The shooting continues. And an outstanding percentage here from the arc for Canada. Let's have a look at Yetch's 3 again. Gets that splash. Feet set. Splash is ready to go. Canada, 12 from 17 from the 3-point line, shooting at 70.59% overall. Just 9 from 25, though, from the 2-point range. But a clinic from the arc. And that is half-time. 62 plays 16, Canada-Nigeria. It's time for a snack break, a drink break, and a bit of a stretch, basketball fans. So don't go anywhere, and we'll be back here at the FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup in Czechia.
Education health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they would do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
This isn't a moment. It's a time unlike any before.
It's not a request, not a maybe, not a someday.
This is now. Feel our presence, built on strength
And drive, not rising. We are arriving, not hoping, but owning.
This isn't a moment, it's movement, constant, relentless.
Every cut, every pass, every shot. Earned, taken, undeniable.
The future, it's already here.
forged in sweat,
Ruled by queens.
When we move, the whole game shifts.
And we're unstoppable in all directions. We own the game.
Welcome back, everyone, to the FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup in Czechia. This game here, we are just about to start the third quarter between Canada and Nigeria. Canada dominating, leading 62-16, thanks to some sharp shooting from beyond the arc, shooting 12 from 17 so far this game. Top scoring so far for Canada is Agot Makir, who has 15 points and 3 rebounds and 2 assists, including 4 from the three-point line, and that's a dime from Swords, finding Nwabe underneath. That's actually going to be Iffy's Nwabe's first points for the game. Ezike, right-hand drive is short. She really came alive yesterday against China in the third, but she is scoreless so far. And how's that dime this time? Returning to favour. Nwabe to Swords. Three-ball attempt. No good. That was number 6, Hambam. She was 2 from 2 from the three-point line before that shot, leading all scorers for Nigeria with 6 points. Parchment right down the left and finishes with the right. Parchment also playing at the FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup in 2024. And stripped by Swords. Canada running as a pack. And a nice inlet pass for Howell for 2. Canada already off to a blistering start. Two-man game between Beggy as she settles for a 3. Doesn't look for the roller in Chuku on that occasion. Basco, Parchment. Doesn't go for the layup this time. Nwabe. Parchment for 3 off the handoff is short. Hembum. Point guard duties guarded by Basco. Nice show there from Parchment. She goes for 3 again. Can't get it. Howell, Basco. She goes for 3 and swish. So the clinic continues from the arc here for Canada. And a tough drive by Ezike and a blocking foul's called. And I like this comment from Emma Brown in the chat that you also have parchment paper in Canada. Very timely comment. I like that. We have it too, but we just call it baking paper. Same though. As we have some early substitutions or an early timeout here for Nigeria. 6 minutes 57 to play in the third, and Canada are ahead 73-6, outscoring Nigeria so far in this quarter 11 points to 0. And as we get ready for time in, Ezike is lining up for 2 free throws. After scoring a huge 25 points yesterday against China to help Nigeria clinch their first win of the competition, Ezike, unfortunately, is yet to score in this game so far. And that's broken with that free throw, and she gets a point on the board. McKeer inside the ball, Parchment. Shaken loose by Beggy. McLeod, now number 17 for Canada, back on the floor. Howell looks inside, easy 2. Great find Howell to Parchment. Howell's passing has been great this game. 3-ball attempt is short for Nigeria. Ezike with the long rebound. Looking for some help, and she's fouled. Last 3-point attempt was by number 5 for Nigeria, Jessica Ajayi, who also had some clutch threes against China yesterday. So let's hope she can start to fire from the 3-point line. Beggy, guarded by Swords. Ajayi looks to go herself through the middle, puts her body on the line and draws a foul on Howell. And as we wait for some subs, just a reminder that you can find all the game results, statistics and news from the competition on the official tournament website. Easiest way to find it is to use your preferred search engine and search for FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup. First option should be the current competition for 2025 in Czechia. And 2 from 2 for Jessica Ajayi. McKeer with a post up. Not a great look though from McLeod. Couldn't get a good passing angle, and it's stripped by Hembem. Ezike with the drive. Still not able to find the bottom of the net. And Isaac with a strong offensive rebound. Ezike will try again. No foul though. Holloway pushing the pace. Stripped by Isaac, who dives on that ball. And Nigeria come up with it. Ajayi. Tough pass to Beggy in transition. Rebound Tale. And a foul called here on Beggy just at the halfway line. And thanks again for joining us on the FIBA YouTube stream and for participating in the live chat. Remember, you can subscribe to the FIBA YouTube Premium membership. There's actually a link in the chat if you're keen, as McLeod goes to the basket for 2. And there's 3 tiers of membership you can subscribe to. There's a rookie, a starter, an MVP. And they all have their different perks, such as unlocking exclusive FIBA content and access to our Discord channel, where you can chat to commentators like myself, like Aaron, Justin, Glenn, and Michael, who are all calling games at this competition. Have a chat with us in Discord. We all got our own little thread in there. So if you can click the banner at the top of the FIBA YouTube chat if you'd like to find out more. McKeer, Holloway in the corner, just rims out. Huge rebound, Tale. Too strong on the putback. And some interesting conversation in the chat regarding funding for basketball programs, especially for junior programs. I've been told by Coach Liz Mills, who's an Australian coach that has coached some men's competitions and the Kenyan national team in the past, about how important funding is for a lot of programs in Africa. Holloway, two-man game with Tale. She goes herself, is blocked. Ezike manages to keep the ball in court. Ajayi tripping over her own feet, and McKee's there to clean it up. McKee getting fouled by Ajayi in that scrap for the ball. '77 plays 19 with 3:50 to play in the third. Nice look inside there. Oh, can't get it though. Okoko too strong on the layup attempt. See here on the replay. But looks like she was fouled by number 35, Ayo Deje. Now, Canada and Nigeria are two of the four teams in Group B, alongside Portugal and China. As a Coco makes her makes one of two. So Canada, big win against Portugal yesterday. Nigeria snatched the win from China. So these two teams both on one win. And a big steal there by Li Young. And she goes herself coast to coast, Olivia Li Young. University of Dayton commit. Three ball is good here for Nigeria. I think Ajayi wanted the foul as well. Holloway tries to thread the needle off the... It was deflected off Nigeria and well cleaned up there by Okoko. Tough D from Holloway. She ends up with the steal. Lovely push in transition for Tale. Tale misses that layup though, unfortunately. Hambam for three. Gets it. She has found her range today. Wando Hambam. 3 from 8 from the three-point line to lead her side with 9 points and 3 rebounds. Ezike looking like she's going to have to get subbed off holding her nose. Hopefully she's okay. And as I mentioned, this is Group B. Canada, Nigeria, Portugal and China. Portugal and China played earlier today, and Portugal winning that one. So we take a quick time out here on the floor. Canada 82, Nigeria 25 with 2 minutes 23 to play in the third. So referee's timeout here called just to review that last incident where ZK had a bit of a knock to the face, unfortunately. So yeah, referees have reviewed that last one, and possession is going to stay with Nigeria, or sorry, with Canada. So let me know here in the chat. I know it's very early in this tournament, given it's only game day 2, but I'd love to know your early predictions for MVP and for who's going to medal at this competition. I mean, USA are on track to set an all-time record if they win gold medal here at this competition. Canada have just won silver at the U17 competition last year. Do you think they can medal again? And then you've also got powerhouses like France, Spain, Australia, all in medal contention as well. McKeer, and she gets it again. 5 from 5 from the three-point line. I got McKeer. Sharp shooting, absolutely impressive. Beggy, blocked by McKeer. Goes with the left, and with the lovely floater, she gets it.
Second foul number 1. I got Nigeria. Substitution in Nigeria.
3-point play opportunity now here for Itabamo Beggy. And gets the 3-point play. So Itabamo Beggy for Nigeria now up to 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists and 2 steals for her side. McKeer with the bump, goes for the floater. Almost a bank, but it misses. Lee Young can't get it either. And Akoko is tied up and draws the foul. Ball in play now for Canada. Yetch tries to find Lee Young, but just steps out of bounds. Someone in the chat asking about Agot McKeer. She just turned 18 on the 4th of May this year. And she is a South Carolina commit, so she'll be starting her NCAA career for the Gamecocks under Coach Staley. Huge potential. Chuku, no good. Hambam, she gets it. She's sharp. She's shooting a great game today for Nigeria. She's now up to 11 points. Out of bounds. Nigeria forcing the turnover. You see on the replay there, Nweke putting McLeod under pressure. Oh, and it's a spin cycle there from Abigail Isaac. Nweke can't get the 3, and Holloway fumbles it out of bounds. Sideline inbound for Nigeria. 10.7 seconds to play in the third. So last possession here for the third quarter. And bam. And gets another 2. Keeping some spirits alive for the Nigerian team. And that Hail Mary from the backcourt is a looks like we're about to get ready for the fourth quarter, and just to round off some statistics so far for this game. Canada are dominating statistically, winning the rebound count 38-23, including 13 offensive rebounds. Only 9 turnovers committed this game from Canada, as we see a big foul here on the floor with Avery Howell. Oh, heavily fouled there on the layup attempt. Canada have also scored 21 points off turnovers, and 34 of their 85 points have come from the fast break points, with 47 of their 86 points from the bench. So certainly doing it by committee today, the Canadians. Handband for 3. Isaac comes up with the offensive rebound. Tries to find a way in there for a shot and misses. Howell getting caught up in the contest. Isaac for 2. That's long. Rebound Chuku. Beggy looks to go, but she's well guarded there by Basco. Hambams tries to split the defense. Isaac can't get the little bunny underneath. And there's bodies on the floor. Both teams still playing with desperation despite the scoreline. And Nigeria not having the best game shooting wise, only shooting at 20% overall. But they have snatched 11 offensive rebounds this game, so that has one strength that has continued from their game against China yesterday. Swords gets it to Basco. Howell. Parchment. Lane is wide open for Parchment, but she can't get it. And Nigeria ball, so good defensive stop here for Nigeria. Nweke, guarded by Howell. Doesn't use that screen from Isaac. Ajayi for three, no good. Ball ends up with Swords. Howell now to Basco. And a lovely finish in transition by Nawabe. Look inside, Ajayi to Chuku. Oh, and everyone just kind of stopped and watched there. But Chuku took advantage for two. Swords from the corner, gets it. The Olympian, Silas Swords. Now that's something I never thought I'd get to say commentating these Junior World Cups, having an Olympian in our presence. Swords is now up to 10 points, 3 rebounds and 4 assists. Chuku under the basket and she is fouled. Lovely pass on the inside there. Nice pass there from Hambem as Chuku just caught Nawabe sleeping on defense just for the moment. Chuku at the line for two. And gets the second. So we see substitutions. Chuku takes a break. Basco shaken loose, but a foul's called, I think, on Ajayi. Swords and Basco head to the bench. It's Canada leading 91-35 with 7 minutes 15 to play in the fourth. Holloway, well guarded by Ajayi. McKeer looks on the inside, just gets that pass to go. Oh, and the foul's called on the ground, but what a great catch by Okoko. Let's have another look here. Catch, manages to keep her feet and her stability under her to draw the foul. Thanks again for joining us on the FIBA YouTube live stream. This is the FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup in Czechia. Czechia, the host nation, playing yesterday against Japan. Good hands there by Nigeria, number 35, Ajayi. Sorry, that was Ayodeji. Nakia goes herself. McLeod for three on the buzzer. Short. Oh, Nigeria, another bad pass and turnover. Holloway, McKeer. 5 from 5 from the 3-point line, McKeer. Nigeria had it covered on that occasion. 3-point attempt. Oh, out of bounds. Ajayi finally makes it from the arc and steps out of bounds. McLeod to McKeer to Holloway. Finds a way through the gap. Ends up with her own rebound. McKeer, can we go 6? Oh, off the front of the rim. I said McKeer. So McKeer is still having a great shooting game though. 5 from 6 now from the arc after that attempt. Tewabade. She coughs it up under pressure and turns it over. McKeer, the handoff to Holloway. Back to McKeer. Can she get it back? That's long. McLeod. From the top. This time it's Leung. And foul called on Holloway in the backcourt.
Substitution Team Canada.
And if we take a look at the rest of the games that are going to be on today, coming up, you've got Japan versus Spain, Argentina versus Czechia, Korea versus Israel, and rounding out day 2 will be Hungary versus the USA. In the comments, commentator sounds like a Central Coast Crusaders fan. That sounds like a deep cut of knowledge there from someone who is 100% correct. Hello, NBA Clips. And one play to Wabade. Nigeria still playing with some high energy here in the 4th despite this large deficit.
Second personal foul. Number 4, Bolivia Leon. Substitution Nigeria. Timeout Team Canada.
Timeout Canada on the floor. We have 4 minutes and 49 seconds to play in the 4th. With Canada leading 97-37. Outscoring Nigeria in this 4th quarter, 12 points to 5 so far. Biggest quarter from Canada was the 2nd, where they scored 39. Tewabade at the line for a 3-point play opportunity and gets it. Mamalua Tewabade, 4 points for this game. Good look inside for Yech. She is surrounded though by Nigeria's defense and forces a jump ball. So possession back with Nigeria. Ajayi for three. A different kind of swish, unfortunately, not the kind that would count. Canada quickly get possession back. So Ajayi, Jessica Ajayi, who is the San Diego State University commit here for Nigeria, commits that as that three-point attempt from Liang is well short. So each team just a little bit casual in the last few possessions. Three-point attempt is short by Samuel. And the putback by Ayo Deje. Liang for three. She gets it. Feet set and locked in. £100 now plays 40. Just over 3 minutes to play in the fourth. Baseline drive. Blocking foul called. Just going to see if Tewabade was fouled on the ground or in the act of shooting. So in the chat, there's a question about how come there's only 15 teams for this event? There is one missing for Group C. Correct. So unfortunately, Mali, who was the top qualifying team from the AfroBasket tournament, unfortunately had to withdraw from the competition a day before the event started. They were due to join Group C with France, Brazil and Australia. But due to some visa issues, they were unable to participate, unfortunately, in this event. So that's why there's only 15 teams. So I guess for the first time, we'll go into the round of 15 instead of 16 once the group phase is finished. How that's going to work, though, I can't tell you just yet. I'm not too sure. Referee here just clarifying that last foul. So Coco comes back in for Canada. Sideline inbound by Yech. McLeod holding on to it. Nice inbound pass, inlet pass to Yech. And she now gets a three-point play opportunity. Nadiang Yech at the line for her three-point play. She is a University of Florida commit, and she was also part of the recent Hoop Summit that was held earlier this year with a lot of other talented players from around the world, some of which you could also see featured at this tournament. Okeshela coughs it up. Canada in transition. Yech holds on to it and a foul is called. She did a great job staying on her feet in that situation. And Nigeria also now over the number of fouls for this quarter. Canada still on 4. First time for the free throw line here for Nadia Yech. She goes 1 from 2. Offensive rebound to Coco. Looking for some help. Well defended there as well in the corner by Okeshola. Double team in the corner again. McLeod ends up finding an outlet to Holloway. Yetch for 3 and buzzer beater. That's one way to beat a trap. Ajaye looking for some options. She finds Tuabade. She goes with the left, throws it off the glass. Okeshola picks it up and gets tangled with Holloway. Which question in the chat, which countries' names are the hardest to pronounce? So truth be told, of the games that I've had so far, I would say the name from Czechia was the most difficult to pronounce so far. And in line with FIBA rules, we sometimes only have access to the rosters just before the event starts, which means we sometimes don't have lots of practice time for our first game, but we get there in the end, I think. Holloway goes 1 from 2. Ajaye is short. Yetch looking to go coast to coast. Finds a gap, gets blocked by Sampson. Tuabade needs to get it over. But not in enough time. 8-second violation called in the backcourt. 1 minute 39 to play here. Canada 108 to Nigeria 40. Holloway, Yetch for 3, gets it again. Back-to-back threes for Nadia Yetch. Ajaye goes herself with a hand from Holloway. Tuabade, baseline. Rims out. Lee Young with the rebound and finds Holloway. Tempted for the 3. Waits for the screen from Okoko. Puts up the 3 and Yetch cleans it up with a putback. And Holloway with the hustle in the backcourt. I think she was waiting for a foul to be called. Nigeria will retain possession. Canada having another huge quarter with the scoring. They are outscoring Nigeria this quarter 28-8. And just a reminder that you can find all of the game results, statistics and news from this competition from the official tournament website. Or you can stay up to date with the results and some highlights by following at NextGenHoops on Instagram and X. And that rolls off the feet of Okoko. "14-second shot clock reset for Nigeria with their sideline inbound. Ajaye to Sampson in the high post. And Ajaye just screaming for it underneath. Sampson finds a way too late. about an 8-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Leung, Holloway for three. It was up and it's back down. McLeod tries to deflect it off the feet of, I think that was Tewabade, it is. She comes up with it instead. Samuel looking for the inside pass. Oh, that's a huge shot there from Okeshala. And that will be game, basketball fans. The final result being 113-42 in Canada's favour. Absolute shooting clinic from the Canadians tonight, shooting at 50.63% overall, including 20 from 35 three-pointers, which is 20 from 36 because they counted that Hail Mary at the end. 55.56 from the three-point line today from the Canadians, which is absolutely exceptional, led by Agot Makir, who had 5 from 7 from the three-point line. She top scored for the game with 18 points, 5 rebounds and 2 assists in just 15 minutes and 28 seconds of play. And next was Olivia Leung, who had 13 points, 4 and 2. And Silas Swords with 13 points, 3 rebounds and 4 assists. Holloway, huge game on the assist count with 9 assists for Canada. As for Nigeria, it was number 6 Wando Hambam with 13 points, 4 rebounds and 3 assists to lead her side in that loss. Thanks again for joining us here on the FIBA YouTube channel and engaging in our live chat. Remember, there's plenty of action to come. Thanks for joining us.